Have you ever promised yourself you'd wake up early, go to the gym, or finally start that project you've been thinking about, only to catch yourself scrolling through your phone instead? You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow, but tomorrow turns into next week, and next week quietly turns into never. It's not because you're lazy. It's not because you don't care. It's because your mind, the same mind that dreams big, is also the same mind that pulls you away from the work. We all fight that inner voice. The one whispering, you deserve a break, or you can do it later. But later rarely comes. Self-discipline isn't about forcing yourself. It's not about being harsh or strict. It's about mastering your emotions, training your focus, and doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like doing it. The people who succeed in life aren't always the most talented or the most gifted. They are simply the ones who learn to control their impulses. The ones who showed up when others made excuses. The ones who stayed consistent long enough to change their future. This video is about that power. The power of self-discipline, the ability to control your mind, break your limits, and shape your life in the direction you choose. By the time you finish this video, you will understand why discipline isn't just a skill. It's the foundation of everything you've ever wanted. Chapter 1: Why Motivation Isn't Enough. Everyone loves to talk about motivation. We search for motivational videos, listen to inspiring podcasts, and wait for that spark that will finally push us to take action. But here's the truth no one wants to admit: motivation doesn't last. You can watch 100 videos, listen to powerful speeches, or read the most inspiring quotes. And for a few hours, you'll feel unstoppable. You'll plan your day, make big promises to yourself, and imagine a completely different version of your life. But then, morning comes. The alarm rings, your bed feels too comfortable, your mind whispers, just 5 more minutes. And that wave of motivation you felt last night disappears into thin air. This is the problem with motivation: it's emotional. It depends on how you feel. And feelings change. Some days you wake up full of energy and drive. Other days, you just don't want to do anything. If you build your habits around how you feel, your life becomes unpredictable. You'll only act when you feel inspired. And the truth is, that feeling doesn't visit often. That's where self-discipline comes in. Discipline doesn't ask, "Do I feel like it today?" It simply says, "It's time to do it." When you're disciplined, you don't rely on emotion. You rely on commitment. Think about an athlete who wakes up at 5 a.m. every morning. Do you really believe they feel motivated every single day? Of course not. But they've trained their mind to move, even when their body resists. That's discipline, doing what's necessary, not what's convenient. Motivation makes you start. Discipline makes you finish. Look at anyone who has achieved greatness. From artists to entrepreneurs, from athletes to inventors. They all have one thing in common: they didn't wait to feel ready. They built routines. They created systems. They learned to act, even in silence, even in boredom, even when no one was watching. There's a reason why successful people don't talk about motivation as much as others do. They know that waiting for motivation is like waiting for perfect weather to go outside. It might never come. But if you step out anyway, if you move even when it's raining, even when it's cold, you'll get stronger, you'll adapt, and you'll move forward while everyone else is still waiting for the perfect day. Motivation can open the door. But only discipline will make you walk through it. Again and again. Until the habit becomes part of who you are. You don't need more motivation. You need a decision. A quiet, personal decision that says, no matter how I feel, I'll keep going. Because every time you choose action over excuses, you're not just building progress. You're building character. And character is what stays when motivation fades. Character is what gets you out of bed when no one's watching. Character is what builds your future. Self-discipline is the foundation of that character. It's the bridge between goals and reality, between dreams and results. And once you build it, you stop relying on luck, on mood, or on temporary sparks. You become consistent, stable, unstoppable. Because in the end, motivation will get you started. But discipline will change your life. Chapter 2, The Science of Self-Control, How Your Brain Builds Discipline. Most people think self-discipline is just about willpower, like forcing yourself to do something through sheer strength. But in reality, discipline is not just about force. It's a skill, and like every skill, it can be trained, improved, and mastered. Your brain is like a muscle. And just like muscles, the parts of your brain responsible for focus, patience, and control get stronger the more you use them. Every time you resist a distraction, you're training your brain. Every time you say no to something easy and choose something difficult instead, you're building mental strength. Every small decision adds up, like invisible reps at the gym of your mind. But here's where it gets interesting. Inside your brain, two systems are constantly fighting for control. One system seeks comfort, it wants pleasure, safety, and instant gratification. The other system seeks growth, it wants progress, purpose, and long-term success. The first one is ruled by emotion, by what feels good right now. The second one is guided by reason, by what's good for your future. When you choose to scroll through social media instead of studying. When you skip a workout because you're tired. When you hit snooze for the third time, that's your emotional brain winning. But when you push yourself to work anyway, when you keep going even when it's uncomfortable, that's your logical brain taking charge. And the more you let your logical brain lead, the stronger it becomes. Self-discipline, then, is not about fighting yourself. It's about training yourself. Training your brain to obey your goals instead of your impulses. You can think of your brain like a wild horse. At first, it runs in every direction. It follows impulses, reacts to emotions, and resists control. But over time, with patience and consistency, that horse learns to listen. It learns to trust you as the rider. Eventually, you don't have to pull the reins as hard, it moves in the direction you guide it. That's what happens when you develop self-discipline. At first, it feels unnatural. You have to fight distractions, resist cravings, and force yourself to act. But after a while, something amazing happens, it becomes normal. You stop arguing with yourself. You stop overthinking. You just do it. Science calls this neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and rewire itself based on your behavior. Every disciplined choice strengthens your self-control pathways, while every lazy decision weakens them. That means discipline is not something you're born with, it's something you build. Every single day. Choice by choice. Action by action. Think about this, if you wake up and immediately grab your phone, you're training your brain to seek quick hits of dopamine, that instant pleasure that fades fast. But if you wake up, make your bed, drink water, meditate, or exercise, you're teaching your brain to delay gratification, to find satisfaction in progress, not comfort. Over time, your brain begins to crave what's hard. It starts associating effort with reward. That's when self-discipline stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like freedom. Because true freedom is not doing whatever you want. True freedom is having the power to control what you do. When you master your impulses, you master your time. When you master your time, you master your life. So the next time you feel tempted to procrastinate, remember this. Every time you say no to distraction, you're building your future. Every time you act despite fear or laziness, your brain is learning who's in charge. And if you keep teaching it, day by day, you'll reach a point where doing the right thing becomes automatic. Not because it's easy, but because it's who you've become. That's the science of discipline. The quiet, daily training of your mind until it finally listens to your goals instead of your excuses. Chapter 3: The Habits That Strengthen Discipline. Self-discipline doesn't appear overnight. It grows out of your habits, the small, repeated actions that seem ordinary but quietly shape everything about who you become. If you want to build unshakable discipline, you must start by mastering the little things you do every single day. Let's start with a truth most people ignore. Your environment shapes your behavior more than your intentions do. You can have the strongest will in the world, but if you fill your space with distractions, your discipline will constantly be under attack. Think about your phone. It's the first thing most people see when they wake up, and the last thing they touch before they sleep. It's not that you lack focus, it's that your environment constantly invites you to lose it. If you want to build discipline, you have to take control of your surroundings. Keep your workspace clean. Put your phone away when you're working. Turn off notifications that don't matter. Because every distraction is a small cut to your focus. And over time, 1,000 small cuts destroy your consistency. Now, let's talk about routine. Discipline thrives in structure. The more decisions you remove from your day, the stronger your self-control becomes. That's why successful people often follow similar daily habits. They eat the same breakfast, wear simple clothes, or follow a morning ritual. It's not about being boring, it's about saving mental energy for what really matters. Every time you plan your day, you're reducing chaos. And where there's less chaos, there's more focus. You can start small. Wake up at the same time every day. Set specific hours for work, rest, and learning. Give every minute a purpose, and you'll be surprised how much mental clarity you gain. Next comes the habit of finishing what you start. Most people never realize how much power there is in completion. Every time you leave a task half done, your mind learns that quitting is acceptable. But when you finish something, even something small, your brain registers success. It reinforces the belief that you follow through. Make it a rule, no matter how small the task, see it through to the end. If you start cleaning your room, finish it. If you start reading a book, complete the chapter. If you start a workout, don't stop until you're done. These little completions build trust within yourself. And once you start trusting yourself, your discipline becomes unstoppable. Another key habit is delayed gratification. It's the art of waiting, the ability to choose long-term reward over short-term pleasure. It's what separates those who achieve from those who only wish. When you're tempted to skip a workout, ask yourself, do I want comfort now, or confidence later? When you feel like procrastinating, ask, do I want rest now, or results later? Your future self is always watching. And every disciplined decision you make today is a gift to that future version of you. Now let's talk about the morning. The way you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. If you wake up late, grab your phone, scroll aimlessly, and rush to get ready, your day will feel chaotic. But if you wake up early, take a few minutes to breathe, plan your goals, and start with focus, You'll carry that clarity throughout the day. You don't have to follow a complicated morning routine. Just do 3 simple things. Wake up at the same time. Avoid distractions in your first hour. And do one thing that makes you feel proud before the world even wakes up. That small sense of accomplishment will multiply your confidence. Consistency is another pillar. Self-discipline is not built through intensity, it's built through consistency. Anyone can work hard for one day. But can you show up every day, even when it's boring, even when no one notices? That's where discipline truly lives. Remember this. Success is not the result of one big action. It's the result of thousands of small ones done quietly, consistently, without applause. And here's the final habit, reflection. Most people move through life without ever stopping to look at their own behavior. But if you take just 10 minutes each night to review your day, you'll see patterns, where you were strong, where you slipped, and where you can improve. Discipline grows faster when you measure it. Ask yourself, did I stay true to my goals today? Did I waste time? Did I give my best effort? If not, why? Awareness creates change. You can't fix what you don't notice. Discipline is not punishment, it's freedom. It's the quiet agreement you make with yourself that says, I will do what I said I would do. And every time you honor that agreement, you grow stronger. So remember this. Clean your environment. Build a routine. Finish what you start. Delay gratification. Stay consistent. And reflect daily. These habits might seem small, but together they form the armor of discipline. A shield that protects you from distractions, excuses, and doubt. And once you wear that armor long enough, you don't just practice discipline. You become it. Chapter 4, How to Stay Disciplined When You Feel Like Giving Up. There will come a time when everything feels heavy. When you've been consistent for weeks, maybe months, but the results still haven't shown up. When you've been working, studying, saving, or training, and it feels like you're stuck in the same place. This is the part that breaks most people. The part where progress feels invisible. The part where the mind whispers, what's the point? But this is also the part that separates the temporary from the unstoppable. Discipline isn't tested on the first day. It's tested on the 100th day, when no one is watching, and your efforts seem to go unnoticed. It's tested when you're tired, when you're frustrated, and when quitting feels easier than continuing. That's when your real strength is built. When everything inside you says, stop, but you take one more step anyway, that's growth. When your motivation is gone, but you show up regardless, that's power. When you keep going, not because it feels good, but because it's who you've decided to be, that's discipline. Think about every successful person you admire. Every athlete, every artist, every entrepreneur. They all had moments when giving up would have made perfect sense. But they didn't. They endured the silence. They worked through the pain. They trusted the process even when it didn't make sense. Because discipline is not about instant reward, it's about long-term faith. Faith that your effort means something, even when you can't see the results yet. Faith that small steps, repeated daily, will eventually move mountains. Faith that if you keep showing up, something inside you will change. And that change will change everything else. There's a quote that says, when you feel like quitting, remember why you started. Those words are more than motivation, they're a reminder of your purpose. The reason you began this journey wasn't for comfort. It was for growth. And growth doesn't happen in ease. It happens in struggle. There will be days when you'll question yourself. When your mind tells you you're not good enough. When your plans fail. When people doubt you. And when life seems unfair. In those moments, discipline becomes your anchor. It keeps you steady when your emotions try to pull you away. It reminds you that even if today feels hard, you've already come too far to turn back now. Sometimes, staying disciplined means taking a break, not quitting, but resting with intention. Recharging your energy, refocusing your purpose, then getting back up stronger. Because even the most powerful minds need recovery. Even the most disciplined people have moments of doubt. The difference is, they don't let those moments define them. They pause, breathe, and continue. Let's be honest, discipline is not glamorous. It's not always exciting. It's repetition. It's doing the same thing again and again until it works. It's facing the same challenges, the same temptations, and choosing progress every time. That's why most people give up. Because they expect quick results. But discipline isn't about speed. It's about direction. It's about becoming the kind of person who doesn't stop when it's hard. Who doesn't crumble when things go wrong. Who doesn't need external validation to keep going. When you build that kind of discipline, you become dangerous, not to others, but to your own limitations. Because once you learn that you can survive difficulty without giving up, you stop fearing it. You stop letting pain control you. You stop needing everything to be easy. And that's where transformation begins. Every time you choose to move forward in silence. Every time you act despite doubt. Every time you refuse to quit. You're not just practicing discipline, you're rewriting your story. You're proving to yourself that you are capable of more than you thought possible. So when you feel like giving up, pause, breathe, remember why you started, and take one more step. Because sometimes, that one extra step is the one that changes everything. Discipline doesn't promise comfort. But it promises growth. And growth, real, lasting growth, will give you something comfort never can. The unshakable belief that no matter what happens, you'll find a way to keep going. That belief is what makes you unstoppable. That belief is what separates those who dream from those who do. That belief is what will carry you through every challenge. Until one day, you'll look back and realize, it wasn't motivation that got you here. It was discipline. Chapter 5, Discipline in Everyday Life, Small Wins, Big Changes. Discipline doesn't just live in the big moments, the grand achievements, the major decisions, or the dramatic turning points. It lives in the small, ordinary choices you make every single day. Because in the end, success is not built on what you do sometimes, it's built on what you do consistently. Let's start with something simple, your morning. When you wake up and decide to get out of bed the moment your alarm rings, that's not just a small act, that's a victory. It's a signal to your brain that you are in control. You chose action over comfort. And that small act sets the tone for your entire day. When you make your bed, eat a healthy breakfast, or plan your day before checking your phone, you're not just being productive, you're training yourself to start the day with order, not chaos. Those few minutes of structure send a powerful message to your subconscious. I'm in charge of my life. Self-discipline is the accumulation of these small wins. The decision to study for 10 minutes instead of scrolling. The choice to walk instead of lying down. The effort to read one more page when you feel tired. Each small decision adds up, quietly, invisibly, but powerfully. Because here's the truth, every action you take is a vote for the kind of person you are becoming. When you choose discipline, you're casting a vote for your future self. When you choose laziness, you're casting a vote for your comfort today. And every vote counts. That's why the smallest habits matter. Because success isn't one big moment, it's thousands of small moments where you choose progress instead of excuses. Think about fitness. One workout won't change your body. But showing up for 20 minutes a day, every day, will transform you in a few months. Think about saving money. $1 saved doesn't make you rich. But saving a little every week builds security, freedom, and peace of mind over time. That's the secret, the compound effect of small disciplines repeated daily. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Miss a day? Fine. Start again tomorrow. Slip up once. Learn from it. Discipline isn't about never failing, it's about never stopping. And the beauty of self-discipline is that it spills into every part of your life. When you start being disciplined in one area, say your health, you'll notice it strengthens your focus in others too. Because once your brain learns the pattern of control, it applies it everywhere. You'll start showing up on time more often. You'll procrastinate less. You'll take your goals more seriously. And slowly, your life will begin to shift, not because of one big change, but because of 1,000 small ones. Here's something powerful to remember. Most people underestimate what they can achieve in a year, but overestimate what they can do in a day. Discipline teaches you to play the long game. To stop chasing instant results and start building something that lasts. So, if you're trying to improve your life, don't look for giant leaps. Look for small, repeatable actions that align with your goals. Write one paragraph a day if you want to write a book. Save a small percentage of your income if you want financial freedom. Study 20 minutes daily if you want mastery. Because small wins, done consistently, become unstoppable momentum. And once you start seeing the progress, even tiny bits of it, you'll start to feel something shift inside you. You'll realize that discipline is not about restriction. It's about empowerment. It's the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you're keeping promises to yourself. Imagine this. You wake up early. You do what you said you would do. You make progress on something important. By the end of the day, even if it wasn't perfect, you know you moved forward. That feeling, the quiet pride that comes from consistency, is one of the most powerful emotions a person can experience. That's how self-respect is built. And self-respect is the fuel of true confidence. Because confidence doesn't come from hype or fake positivity. It comes from evidence. From the proof that you're capable of showing up, day after day, even when it's hard. So start small. Build momentum. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Remember, every disciplined choice you make today is a seed. And while it may take time to grow, one day, you'll look back and realize the forest of success you stand in was built by the seeds you planted daily. Quietly, patiently, and with discipline. Chapter 6, Discipline and the Mind, Mastering Thoughts and Emotions. Self-discipline isn't just about actions. It starts in your mind. Every decision, every habit, every step forward begins with how you think and what you feel. Your thoughts are powerful. They can push you toward your goals, or pull you into excuses. Every time you say, I can't, I'm too tired, or I'll start tomorrow, you're strengthening the part of your brain that resists progress. Every time you tell yourself, I can, I'll try, or one more step, you're strengthening your mental muscles, the same muscles that turn effort into habit and habits into results. Emotions are tricky. They are strong, immediate, and persuasive. When fear, doubt, or laziness hits, most people react. They quit. They delay. They choose comfort over growth. Discipline teaches you to pause. To recognize the emotion without letting it control you. To observe the fear, the frustration, the boredom, and then act anyway. Think of your mind like a stormy sea. Emotions are the waves, crashing and chaotic. Without discipline, you drift, tossed by every impulse. With discipline, you become the captain. You navigate the waves with purpose. You control your direction, even when the water is rough. One powerful strategy is to reframe your thoughts. When you feel lazy, instead of thinking, "I don't want to do this," say to yourself, "Doing this will bring me closer to my goals." When you feel fear, instead of thinking, "I can't handle this," say, "I am capable, and I will take one step at a time." Your words shape your reality. And self-discipline starts with the way you talk to yourself. Every disciplined mind understands that thought precedes action. And action repeated forms habit. Another key principle is emotional regulation. It's the ability to feel, but not be ruled by what you feel. When you fail at something, don't let frustration stop you. When you face criticism, don't let it demotivate you. When challenges arise, don't let panic or doubt take control. Instead, observe the emotion, accept it, and act in alignment with your goals. This doesn't make you emotionless, it makes you powerful. Even the most disciplined people feel fear, laziness, and doubt. The difference is, they don't surrender to it. They channel it. They transform discomfort into focus. They convert frustration into fuel. Visualization is another tool the disciplined mind uses. By imagining the result of your hard work, the life you want, the freedom you desire, the skills you hope to master, you create a mental map that guides your actions. Every choice you make then aligns with that vision, making discipline easier because your mind already knows where it's going. Meditation and mindfulness also strengthen self-discipline. By spending time observing your thoughts without judgment, you learn to notice impulses before they take over. You gain clarity. You gain control. You gain the ability to pause, think, and act deliberately rather than reactively. Remember, self-discipline is a muscle, and your mind is its engine. The more you train your thoughts and manage your emotions, the easier it becomes to take action consistently. And the easier it becomes to resist distractions, temptations, and excuses. The most disciplined people aren't perfect. They struggle. They doubt. They get tired. But they've built a mental framework that allows them to keep going anyway. If you want to strengthen your self-discipline, start by observing your mind. Notice your thoughts, your triggers, and your emotional patterns. Catch the excuses before they take hold. Pause when you feel resistance. And choose the action that aligns with your goals, even when it's hard. Discipline without mental control is fragile. Mental control without discipline is wasted. When you combine the two, you become unstoppable. And here's the truth, mastering your mind is a lifelong process. Every day presents new challenges, new distractions, new doubts. But with awareness, focus, and deliberate action, your mind becomes your ally. Your thoughts, your emotions, and your choices begin to work for you, not against you. That's when self-discipline transcends habit. It becomes a way of life. A steady current that carries you through uncertainty, doubt, and struggle. A force that guides you toward growth, success, and the life you've envisioned for yourself. Chapter 7, Overcoming Temptation, How to Say No Without Guilt. Every person who wants to achieve something meaningful faces temptation. It comes in many forms: the call of comfort, the pull of distraction, the lure of instant gratification. And the hardest part is that temptation often feels harmless at first. A few minutes on social media, a small indulgence, one skipped workout, it seems insignificant. But temptation is cumulative. Every time you give in, you weaken your self-discipline just a little. Every small surrender trains your brain to choose comfort over progress. And before you know it, weeks, months, or years pass, and the life you imagined is nowhere in sight. The good news is that saying no doesn't have to feel like punishment. It can be a choice of empowerment, a declaration of who you are and what you value. The first step is awareness. Notice when temptation arises. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, does this action move me closer to my goals, or further away? Most people react automatically. They scroll, snack, or procrastinate without thinking. By simply pausing and observing, you reclaim control. The second step is clarity. Discipline becomes easier when you are clear about your priorities. If your goal is to get fit, to learn a skill, or to advance your career, every temptation that opposes that goal becomes a signal, not a permission slip. Temptation is a test. And passing that test strengthens your brain and your resolve. The third step is replacement. It's easier to say no when you replace a negative habit with a positive one. Instead of reaching for your phone during a break, read a page of a book. Instead of watching a random video, take a short walk. Instead of eating junk when stressed, drink water or do a few stretches. Every replacement strengthens your self-discipline and slowly rewires your brain to prefer progress over indulgence. Another strategy is environment design. If you remove temptation from your surroundings, it becomes much easier to stay disciplined. Put unhealthy snacks out of reach. Block distracting websites. Keep your workspace organized and focused. The less friction there is for discipline, the less willpower you need to succeed. Now, let's talk about guilt, the sneaky enemy of self-discipline. When people fail or give in to temptation, they beat themselves up. They say things like, "I'm weak," or "I'll never succeed." But guilt is counterproductive. It triggers stress, which lowers self-control and makes future temptation harder to resist. Instead, practice self-compassion. Acknowledge your mistake, learn from it, and move on. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. Every time you recover quickly from a lapse, you strengthen your long-term control. Think about it like training a muscle. Sometimes you fail a rep. Sometimes you drop the weight. But you don't quit the workout. You correct, adjust, and lift again. The same principle applies to temptation. Consistency is the key. Every small "no" you say adds to your mental strength. Every temptation resisted builds confidence, pride, and momentum. And eventually, saying no becomes natural. It's no longer a struggle, it's a habit. Here's a real-world example. Successful entrepreneurs often face constant distractions, from endless social media updates to invitations that waste their time. They don't have more willpower than anyone else. They've simply trained themselves to recognize what matters, say no without guilt, and stay focused on their priorities. They protect their time like it's their most valuable asset, because it is. The final lesson in overcoming temptation is perspective. Every choice matters. Every small surrender chips away at your goals. But every small act of discipline builds your future. When you say no today, you are saying yes to a stronger, smarter, and more capable version of yourself tomorrow. Remember this, temptation is temporary, but the results of discipline are permanent. The discomfort of resisting will fade. The ease of giving in may feel good for a moment, but it passes. The pride and progress that come from saying no last a lifetime. So the next time temptation appears, pause, reflect, replace, and act with intention. Say no without guilt. Choose progress. And every small victory will compound into a life of extraordinary self-discipline and freedom. Chapter 8, Discipline and Success, the Habits of Highly Effective People. Discipline is the bridge between goals and achievement. It's what separates those who dream from those who actually make their dreams a reality. And if you want to see the power of discipline in action, you don't need to look far. Just study the lives of people who have achieved extraordinary success. Take Elon Musk, for example. He's known for his relentless work ethic, often working 80 to 100 hours a week. But it's not just the hours that make him effective, it's the discipline to focus on what truly matters. He eliminates distractions, prioritizes ruthlessly, and consistently executes, even when the work is exhausting or uncertain. Or Serena Williams, one of the greatest athletes of all time. Her talent is undeniable, but her discipline is what allowed her to dominate for decades. Daily training, strict routines, mental focus, and the ability to push through physical pain. That's the discipline that turned potential into legendary performance. Even writers like J.K. Rowling followed discipline over inspiration. She wrote long hours, often in difficult circumstances, without waiting for motivation to strike. The magic wasn't in waiting for the perfect moment, it was in showing up every day. Writing consistently, and trusting the process. These examples have one thing in common: they didn't rely on motivation. They relied on habits, routines, and consistent effort. They understood that small, disciplined actions repeated daily compound into massive results. So what can we learn from these highly effective people? First, they prioritize relentlessly. Not everything is worth your time. They focus on the 20% of tasks that generate 80% of the results. They eliminate distractions, unnecessary meetings, and time-wasting habits. Second, they maintain routines. Routines don't just save mental energy, they automate discipline. By creating habits that align with their goals, they make consistency almost effortless. Waking up early, exercising, planning their day, setting priorities, these habits are the invisible foundation of their success. Third, they embrace discomfort. Discipline isn't always comfortable. It's showing up when you're tired, working when you don't feel like it. Pushing through fear, boredom, or doubt. Highly effective people understand that growth happens outside the comfort zone. And they willingly put themselves there again and again. Fourth, they track progress. Discipline is strengthened by awareness. By measuring results, reflecting on failures, and celebrating wins, they keep improving. They don't rely on memory or emotion, they rely on evidence. And evidence builds confidence, which fuels even more discipline. Fifth, they take care of their minds and bodies. Mental clarity and physical health are non-negotiables. When energy, focus, and emotional stability are optimized, discipline becomes easier. Sleep, nutrition, exercise, and meditation are not optional, they are tools to maintain consistent performance. Finally, they protect their time like it's their most valuable asset. Because it is. They say no without guilt, delay gratification, and invest their hours in what matters most. Time wasted is discipline wasted. And once you understand this principle, every choice becomes more intentional. Here's the lesson for you. You don't need to work 100 hours a week to be disciplined. You don't need to be a genius or have extraordinary talent. What you need is focus, consistency, and small, intentional actions that compound over time. Success is the result of repeated, disciplined behavior. It's the accumulation of small wins, day after day, month after month, year after year. The habits of highly effective people aren't magic, they are the product of disciplined choices, repeated long enough to become a lifestyle. So ask yourself, what small actions can you take today that your future self will thank you for? What habits can you start, even if it feels uncomfortable, that will build your discipline over time? What distractions can you remove so your energy goes toward progress, not chaos? Remember, discipline isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about showing up every day, keeping promises to yourself, and turning your goals into a series of actionable steps. When you combine that consistency with reflection, focus, and intentional habits, success is not just possible, it becomes inevitable. The people you admire didn't achieve greatness by luck. They achieved it by making disciplined choices, even when no one was watching. And if you follow their example, you can do the same. Because discipline is not just a skill, it's the foundation of a life well lived. It's the key to turning dreams into reality, potential into achievement, and effort into lasting success. Chapter 9. The long-term benefits of discipline, how your life transforms. Discipline is not about short-term gains. It's not about quick results or temporary motivation. True discipline is a lifelong investment. And like any investment, its returns grow exponentially over time. When you start practicing discipline today, you may not notice immediate changes. The first week may feel difficult, the first month may feel invisible. And even the first year may feel like a struggle. But each choice you make compounds, quietly, steadily, shaping the person you become and the life you will live. One of the most powerful benefits of discipline is freedom. It may sound counterintuitive. After all, isn't discipline about restriction? But the truth is, self-discipline gives you freedom like nothing else. Freedom from procrastination. Freedom from regret. Freedom from the chaos of impulsive decisions. When your habits and actions are aligned with your goals, you no longer have to rely on luck, motivation, or external circumstances to move forward. You create your own reality. Discipline also builds resilience. When life throws obstacles, challenges, or failures at you, discipline is the inner strength that keeps you moving. It trains you to respond rather than react, to persist rather than quit, and to see setbacks as lessons rather than endings. Another long-term benefit is confidence. Confidence doesn't come from luck, charisma, or talent alone. It comes from the evidence of your own commitment. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, no matter how small, you reinforce the belief that you are capable, reliable, and strong. That confidence doesn't fade, it multiplies. Discipline also allows you to achieve goals that once felt impossible. Most people dream of success but give up too soon. They lack the consistent effort that turns dreams into reality. Discipline ensures that small steps, repeated over months and years, eventually accumulate into extraordinary outcomes. It bridges the gap between ambition and achievement. It transforms your mindset as well. A disciplined life teaches patience, focus, and clarity. You learn to delay gratification, make intentional choices, and prioritize what truly matters. Your decisions become less emotional and more strategic. You stop chasing instant pleasure and start building long-term value. Discipline affects every area of life: health, relationships, career, finances, and personal growth. In health, it creates habits like exercise, proper nutrition, and adequate rest. In relationships, it teaches you patience, consistency, and integrity. In career, it enables focus, professionalism, and progress. In finances, it builds savings, investments, and security. And in personal growth, it nurtures skills, knowledge, and self-awareness. Perhaps the most profound benefit is peace of mind. A disciplined life reduces chaos, stress, and regret. You know you're taking action toward what matters most. You aren't constantly distracted or overwhelmed. You feel grounded, capable, and in control. Imagine looking back 5 or 10 years from now. The person you will be depends entirely on the choices you make today. Will you be the person who gave in to distractions and comfort? Or will you be the person who showed up consistently, resisted temptation, and built the life you dreamed of? Discipline ensures the latter. It may not make life easy. It may not make life immediate. But it guarantees progress. It guarantees growth. It guarantees transformation. The final truth about discipline is this. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up, making the right choices, and never giving up. The effects are slow at first, but relentless in the long term. And eventually, your life reflects the discipline you cultivated quietly, day after day. Every challenge you overcome, every habit you form, every promise you keep to yourself, is a building block for the person you are becoming. Over time, those blocks form a life of success, freedom, and fulfillment. So, if you want to transform your life, start with discipline today. Start small. Be consistent. Keep showing up, even when it's hard. Because the person you become, and the life you create, depends entirely on the choices you make right now. Discipline is more than action. It's the architecture of your future. It's the quiet force that shapes dreams into reality. It's the invisible foundation upon which every success is built. And the greatest part? Once you embrace discipline, it no longer feels like effort. It becomes a part of who you are. A steady, unstoppable force guiding you toward the life you've always imagined. Chapter 10, Putting It All Together, Your Self-Discipline Blueprint. By now, you've learned the principles, the habits, and the mindset that build self-discipline. You've explored how discipline starts in the mind, grows through consistent action, and compounds into life-changing results. Now it's time to put it all together, to create your personal blueprint for self-discipline. Step 1, Know your why. Discipline without purpose is meaningless. You need a reason so strong that it fuels you even when motivation is gone. Ask yourself, why do I want to be disciplined? What do I want to achieve in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years? Write it down. Visualize it. Make it real. Your why is the engine that powers every decision and every habit. Step 2, Master your environment. Your surroundings shape your behavior more than you realize. If you want discipline, remove distractions and create spaces that support your goals. Clean your room, organize your workspace, and limit digital temptations. Small changes in your environment can make a huge difference in your focus and consistency. Step 3, Build daily habits. Self-discipline is the result of repeated action. Start small. Start simple. Wake up at the same time every day. Exercise, read, or work on your most important goal before checking your phone. Make your actions predictable and intentional. Consistency beats intensity every time. Step 4, Manage your mind. Thoughts and emotions drive behavior. Practice awareness. Observe your impulses without letting them control you. Reframe negative thoughts, replace bad habits with good ones, and stay mindful of your choices. Meditation, journaling, or quiet reflection strengthens mental clarity and emotional control. Step 5. Overcome temptation. You will face distractions, cravings, and the urge to quit. Anticipate them. Plan for them. Replace them with positive actions. And don't beat yourself up when you slip, recover and continue. Every temptation resisted builds strength and momentum. Step 6. Track progress and reflect. Self-discipline grows through awareness. Track your habits, record your wins, and reflect on mistakes. Ask yourself, did I keep my promises to myself today? Where can I improve tomorrow? Reflection is the compass that keeps your discipline aligned with your goals. Step 7. Embrace long-term growth. Discipline is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Every small choice matters. Every consistent action compounds over time. Trust the process. Be patient. Understand that the effort you put in today may not pay off immediately, but it will transform your life over months and years. Step 8. Combine knowledge and action. Reading, learning, and planning are only valuable if paired with action. All the strategies, techniques, and insights in this audiobook are tools. But their power comes from applying them. Take one small step today. And another tomorrow. And another the day after. Momentum builds invisibly but relentlessly. Step 9. Protect your time and energy. Your focus is precious. Say no to distractions. Say no to meaningless tasks. Say yes to priorities that move you closer to your goals. Every disciplined decision is an investment in your future. Protect it. Guard it. Respect it. Step 10. Commit to lifelong discipline. The most powerful people don't stop building discipline once they reach a goal. They continue refining it, day after day, year after year. Discipline is not just a tool, it is a lifestyle. It is the foundation upon which a life of achievement, freedom, and fulfillment is built. Final thoughts. Self-discipline is not about being perfect. It's about showing up. It's about making choices aligned with your goals, even when it's uncomfortable. It's about small actions, repeated consistently, that compound into extraordinary results. Start today. Implement your blueprint. Be patient with the process. And over time, you will transform not just your habits, but your mindset, your achievements, and your life. Because when discipline becomes a part of who you are, nothing can stop you. Nothing can derail you. And the life you've imagined is no longer a dream, it becomes reality.